All right, so this video is just kind of a follow-up to the other ones, and it's about increasing your hatching odds when the eggs are being brooded by hens. And so, like I talked about before, after the hens are already brooded out a bunch of babies, they kind of get sick of sitting on eggs for the most part. Since I have three, four hens in each breeding area, I left one small nest with, eight, maybe eight eggs at the most, and they will sit on that, but they will not sit on two nests anymore. So as you can see, I have a whole incubator full of eggs. These are eggs that would have just died in nature. They would have abandoned them, and they are all gonna hatch out. On the average, I'm getting three, four a day, and you can see I've got two right there. And so what I do is I just let them hatch out in here, and then I just take them out at night and put them under the hens. Now the hens are during the day not really sitting all the time, even on those one nest per area. They do most of the time, but since it's hot, they kind of abandon it for a while. Now that's fine for the most part. It's warm enough to keep the eggs going, but it is a problem if they start to hatch, because it's already not very humid out there like it would be in an incubator. So if they start to pip out and hatch, and there's no hen on the egg, and it's dry, it's warm enough, but they'll die because the membranes will harden and the baby will die. So I do have to check the eggs morning and afternoon, and if they start to pip out during the day when the hens aren't really sitting, I'll just go ahead and throw them in here. So it is really good to use this approach because you can maximize your hatching. I mean, these are all eggs in here that would have died, and I'm going to get 30 plus more poults that I would have. But I'm not doing any of the work because as soon as they hatch, I'm throwing them outside. So it's a pretty good little approach, and so these guys are going to go out in a minute here. Um, and Yeah, it works. Like I said, I have three, four hens. You have to have hens that get along, that don't fight. If you can find several hens that are fairly harmonious together, it works. You have to just kind of figure out who works together. Otherwise, they're chasing each other. They're trampling babies, and babies are dying, and yeah, it's just not good. So um, I've kind of figured that out. Each area has several hens that work well together, and at night it's cute. They all kind of sit together on the same nest. They kind of huddle all together with babies all through them. So I'm going to go ahead right now and come out and kind of show the one of the areas. Anyway, maybe both. I don't know. So here are my big babies. These are the I did 11 in the house, and it seemed like a crazy amount, and they're getting big. If it wasn't so cold, it's still 50 degrees at night. I would be leaving them out, but I still have these crazy meat monsters who will not let them be in peace in there. So I need to get rid of them by next weekend and put my babies out. Anyway, this is my area here. So you can see they all kind of huddle together in the nesting area there with all kinds of babies, and there's about, I don't know, 6 eggs or something under them. So it just works really well. These three red palms like each other, and they get along. So in a minute here, I'm going to go ahead and bring those two poults in the incubator out and just put them under one of these hens. And by tomorrow, it'll be running around, and I'll have two more babies. So anyway, that's how I'm doing it. Instead of 25% hatch rate, I'm going to have probably 60-70% success, and do very little work. So anyway, that's just an approach I wanted to share.